to a Year 4 edition of Teach Time Maths. So today we're going to be looking at hours and minutes and how to convert between them. So here I've got an analogue clock. Analogue just means that there's 12 hours on this clock. Now I've got here my minutes hand in blue. Some of you might know it as the long hand. Minutes hand in blue and my hours hand in red. So I can see here that my clock says 2 o'clock. When the minute hand is at the 12, it's o'clock. So the first question is, how many minutes are there in 1 hour? Well, each of these blocks, so from 12 to 1 is 5 minutes, from 1 to 2 is 5 minutes, so we can count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so we know that half an hour is 30 minutes, and then we keep going, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 1 hour is 60 minutes. Now, the cool thing about minutes into hours is it's just the 6 times table, but they all have a 0 on the end of them. So if you know your 6 times table, it goes 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and then we just add a 0 to the end of all of these. So we know that in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So in 2 hours there are 120 minutes. In 3 hours there are 180 minutes. 4 hours there are 240 minutes. And 5 hours there are 300 minutes. So as I said, that's just the 6 times table. These first numbers are just the 6 times table, and all I've done is added a 0 to the end of all of them. Now, all of the minutes, so these 60 minutes is when the minute hand goes all the way round the clock. So one full rotation would mean that the hour hand would then skip down an hour. It would go round again and the hour hand would go down again and keep going until it reached 12 o'clock or until it reached midday. So let's have a look at a question together. So we've got here, Sally goes to the shop. The walk from her house is 20 minutes. She stays in the shop for 1 hour. Then she walks back home. How long was she gone? So if you get a question like this, you've got to look really closely at the information it's giving you. So Sally goes to the shop. Well, we don't need to worry about that. That doesn't really give me much information. The walk from her house is 20 minutes. Well, that is really key. 20 minutes there. So that tells me how long it takes her to get there. She stays in the shop for 1 hour. So that's another important thing. I need to know about 1 hour. Then she walks back home. Well, we know it already takes her 20 minutes to get from her house to the shop. So that's just 20 minutes again to get from the shop to her house. How long was she gone? So let's write down the information all together. So we know that the walk from her house to her shop is 20 minutes. Remember, we write minutes like this in shorthand. She stayed in the shop for 1 hour. We write an hour like this in shorthand. She then walked all the way back, and it took her 20 minutes again. So I want you to pause the video and see if you can work out what the total time it took for her to get to the shops, stay there, and then get back again is. So pause the video and see if you can work it out. Okay, let's have a look at this together. So we already know that we've got 1 hour, so I'm going to put that first. Then I've got 20 minutes, add 20 minutes. So 20 add 20 is 40. Now I know there is 60 minutes in an hour, so that's not quite an hour, that's still 20 minutes off of an hour. So I could write it as 1 hour and 20 minutes. Or if I wanted to just do the total number of minutes, I could look at how many minutes are in an hour. I know that there's 60 minutes in an hour, so I could do 60 add 40, which was my total number of extra minutes. Ooh. And I know that that makes 100. So I could say it's 1 hour and 40 minutes or 100 minutes in total. So that's really just a brief introduction into hours and minutes. You should have done a little bit on this in year 3, but this is just a recap and getting you back into the swing of things. There is a worksheet going up on Facebook today as well, so have a look at that and don't really spend more than 10 to 15 minutes on this one. Have fun, everyone.